We were looking at the stars, waiting for the fire to fall from the sky. We built orbital cannons and laser arrays, convinced the end would come from the vacuum of space. We were wrong. The Sub-Strata didn't come from above. They had been here for centuries, dormant in the deep crust, waiting for the signal. When the invasion began, it wasn't with a bang but with a hum. A low-frequency sonic vibration that turned the solid granite beneath our feet into a liquid soup. We watched in horror as Tokyo, New York, and London simply slid. Entire city blocks disappeared into the earth, swallowed by sink zones created by the crust crushers. These weren't ships. They were gargantuan, biomechanical boring machines that moved through rock like sharks through water. They didn't want our air. They wanted our heat, siphoning the thermal energy of the Earth's core to power a fleet that would eventually crack the planet like an egg. Standard military doctrine was useless. You can't drop a paratrooper into 10 miles of solid rock. You can't fire a cruise missile into the Mantle. To fight the crust crushers, we had to stop being soldiers and start being miners. We had to embrace the pressure, the heat, and the eternal dark. We created the 7th Deep Earth Battalion, the Seismic-Hunters. We don't have wings. We have Hades piercers, 100-ton armored tanks built around a primary fusion drill. Our armor is a composite of synthetic diamond and tungsten carbide, designed to withstand the crushing weight of the lithosphere. We don't drive, we grind. We navigate by sonar and seismic mapping, hunting the vibration of the alien harvesters. We are the only thing standing between the surface and a total tectonic collapse. If the crushers reach the fault lines, it's game over. I am Commander Deep Miller. My drill is spinning at 10,000 RPM. And I'm about to go hunting in the basement of the world. The mission was a desperate intercept beneath the San Andreas Fault. The alien Alpha drill, a machine 3 kilometers long, was heading straight for the primary tectonic junction. If it triggered a slip, the entire west coast of North America would be reclaimed by the sea. Pressure seals locked. Fusion core at 100%. Drop the bit. I roared into the haptic link. The descent was a violent, bone-shaking ordeal. The Hades piercer was launched into a pre-drilled shaft, falling vertically for 3 miles before the primary drill engaged. The sound was a deafening, metallic shriek as the diamond teeth met the bedrock. Inside the cockpit, the heat was already rising. My HUD showed the ambient temperature outside, 800 degrees Celsius. Seismic 2, Sarah. I've got a lock on the Alpha's sonic wake. It's liquefying the limestone layer 3 clicks ahead of us. Seismic 3, Jax. Multiple drones detected. They're skittering through the magma veins. They've picked up our vibration. The rock around us exploded. It wasn't an explosion of fire, but of pressure. A crust crusher drone, a 20-meter biomechanical worm with rotating obsidian mandibles, burst through the granite wall to our left. It moved with terrifying speed, its body pulsing with violet sonic waves that turned the hard rock into sand the moment it touched it. Hard turn. Engage the thermal torpedoes. I slammed the steering levers, the Hades piercer groaning as the side treads bit into the stone. The drone lunged, its mandibles screaming against our frontal armor, sending a shower of white-hot sparks through the viewport. I triggered the primary weapon. The thermal torpedo didn't travel through air. It was a high-frequency vibration slug. It hit the drone dead center, its internal resonance frequency matching the alien's sonic pulse. The result was a catastrophic feedback loop. The drone didn't just die, its biological armor liquefied instantly, turning the creature into a puddle of gray sludge in the middle of a granite tomb. Don't stop. We have to hit the Alpha before it reaches the junction. We pushed deeper. The rock transitioned from granite to basalt, and then to the glowing, semi-liquid plastic of the upper mantle. We were moving through a world of fire. The Hades piercer was glowing a dull, angry red, the cooling system screaming as they fought to keep the cockpit from becoming an oven. We broke into a geode pocket, a massive subterranean cavern filled with giant, razor-sharp quartz crystals. In the center of the pocket was the Alpha drill. It was a titan of obsidian and pulsing violet light, its massive head grinding against the fault line, sending shockwaves through the crust that I could feel in my teeth. There it is. Sarah, take the left flank. Jax, hit the cooling vents. The Alpha saw us. It didn't have eyes, but it felt our heat. It unleashed a sonic blast that hit my tank like a physical hammer. My HUD flickered, the glass in the viewport spider-webbed with cracks. Warning, hull integrity at 60%. I'm going for the neck gap. I shouted. I fired the thrusters, the Hades piercer leaping across a river of magma. I drove the primary drill directly into the softer, pulsing tissue between the Alpha's head and its massive body. The diamond bit deep, tearing through neural fibers and hydraulic lines. The Alpha thrashed, its massive body slamming me against the quartz walls of the geode. I was being crushed. I could hear the titanium plates of the tank buckling. The heat was becoming unbearable. Eject the fusion slug. I didn't use a missile. I used the tank's own fuel source. I triggered the emergency release, launching the white-hot fusion core directly into the wound I had carved. Get us out of here. I reversed the treads, the Hades piercer clawing its way back into the rock as the fusion core reached critical mass. The explosion wasn't a firework, it was a localized earthquake. The shockwave traveled through the Alpha's massive frame, shattering its obsidian armor and snuffing out its violet sonic pulse. The Leviathan groaned, a sound that shook the mountains on the surface, and then it collapsed, its massive weight sinking into the magma. The fault line held. We climbed back to the surface, the Hades piercer caked in slag and cooled lava. As we breached the shaft and felt the cool night air of the surface, I looked at the city of San Francisco. The lights were still on. The people were still sleeping. They had no idea that a mile beneath them, the world had almost ended. Humanity has proven the ultimate truth of the Iron Siege. You can invade our sky or you can invade our soil. You can try to hide in the crushing weight of the planet. But we are the species that knows how to dig. We will hunt you through the rock, through the fire, and through the dark until the earth is ours again. We are the Seismic-Hunters. We hold the ground from the inside. The Alpha is dead. The crust is solid. The war continues. The mission is over. Now get me a cold beer and a 10-hour shower. I'm tired of the heat.